Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Snook with section 1.5, Exploring Angle Pairs. And the objective for this video is to identify special angle pairs and to use their relationships to calculate angle measures. Now these angle pairs, we're going to see these types of angles all year long. So it will really pay for you to get really good at identifying these angle pairs. So the first one is angle BFD and angle AFB. Is it true that they are adjacent angles? So I'm going to go ahead and highlight those. So angle AFE, so AFE, that's that one. Oops, wrong one, sorry. BFD, my eye jumped down one line. Angle BFD, so BFD, that's this one, and AFB. I'm going to use a different color highlighter. AFB. There. Now, adjacent angles means that they are next to each other. They actually share a side. And so if you look at those two angles, they are sharing ray FB as their common side, and they are literally butting up next to each other. So those are adjacent angles. So I'm going to say yes, that is true. They share ray FB as common side. Right, the next one is about vertical angles. Now vertical angles are opposite each other in a crisscross like this. So let's highlight those angles. Angle AFE, so AFE, and angle CFD. I'm going to use a different color for CFD. CFD. So do you see how those are making a crisscross shape? So that means that they are vertical angles. They're opposite each other in a crisscross. So that is yes, those are vertical angles. Last one is angle DFE and BFC supplementary. Supplementary means that if you add them together, their measures will add up to 180 degrees. So angle DFE, DFE, and we're told that that's 118 degrees. And then angle BFC, and we're told that's 28 degrees. So those do not add up to 180, so they are not supplementary. So this is a no, not true, and it's because angle DFE plus angle BFC does not equal 180. We can go ahead and add them up and see what they do add up to. Let's see, 118 plus 28. I get 100 minus, let me see. I'll just go ahead and do it on the calculator. 118 plus 28. That's 146 degrees. So those are not supplementary. They don't add up to 180. All right, next example, we're going to name the congruent angles. So look at the picture, and you'll see angle 1 and angle 2 are marked congruent. Then it says, find the vertical angles in here. So when I'm looking for vertical angles, I call it looking for a crisscross. Your book will say that their sides are opposite rays. So I'm going to take a highlighter, and I'm going to highlight the opposite rays that I see. So right there, there's your opposite rays. Mrs. Snook calls them a crisscross. And so what this means is that angles 3 and 5 are vertical angles, Now notice 1 and 2, if those together made one angle, that would be vertical with angle 4, but we don't have a name for that angle. And I'm not going to combine angles to make a new angle. So for vertical angles, we're just going to say angle 3 and angle 5. Now adjacent angles. Make sure they're next to each other. They share a common side. You can also think of it as their interior space does not overlap. There's no overlapping there. So let's look for some adjacent angles. We got 3 pairs of adjacent angles. Well, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent. Because if you notice, they share this ray as their common side. There's no overlapping. There's actually a lot more than 3 pairs in this picture, but we're going to stop at 3 pairs. Angle 3 and angle 4. Right here. See that? They're sharing that as a common side. So angle 3 and angle 4. And let's go ahead, let's find another pair. How about angle 1 and angle 5? Those two share. Here's angle 1, here's angle 5. So they are sharing the common side. And there's lots more in there. So go ahead, pause the video here and see how many more adjacent angles you can find. Next up is supplementary angles. Those add up to 180 degrees. It also looks like a line. So check this out. Here I have angle 5 and angle 4. They're next to each other, and they'll add up to 180 degrees. So angle 5 plus angle 4, that's a pair of supplementary angles. You can also do the same thing with angle 3 and angle 4. Those add up. If you wanted to use angle 1, 2, and 3, the 3 of them together would form supplementary angles, but I think we're just going to stay with using 2 angles that make supplementary angles. All right, example 3. We are told that angle KPL and angle JPL are a linear pair. So linear pair means that they are adjacent and they are supplementary. So when I look at this picture, look at angle KPL. The measure of that angle is this expression 2x plus 4 in the red. And then angle JPL, this angle expression in the blue, is for angle JPL. Now if you add those 2 expressions together, because those angles are linear pairs and they're supplementary, they should add up to 180. So 2x plus 24, that's our first angle, plus 4x plus 36, that's our second angle. That's all going to equal 180 degrees. So using the linear pair postulate, I can easily write an equation that will let me find the measures of those angles. I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. I have 4x and a 2x, that gives me a 6x. And 36 plus 24 gives me 60, equals 180. And now just subtract 60 from both sides. 6x equals 120, x equals 20. And so now all I got to do is plug that 20 in to the expressions, and that will give me those angles. So angle KPL is 2 times 20 plus 24. That's going to equal 64 degrees. Angle JPL. Now this one you can do a couple of different ways. Just go ahead and plug into the expression that you have. So 4 times 20 plus 36, I get 116. Or, if you want to, you can do 180 minus the 64, and that will also give you 116 degrees. Once you have x, and you have one of the angles, you then have your choice on how to proceed. And I am perfectly fine with either way. Next example. Draw the picture. I'm not giving you a picture. You're going to draw the picture. We are told that ray BD bisects angle ABC. So draw angle ABC. You can make it any way you want. I'm going to draw mine like this. Here's point A. B has to be the vertex. And here's point C. It says ray BD bisects it. So I'm going to try to get D roughly in the middle. Here's ray BD, and because it bisects that angle, I'm going to mark them congruent. So draw your picture and mark congruent. That's all we have for this example. The next example says, use the picture from example 4. So we're going to use this picture that we already drew, and we're going to solve for x, and we're going to find angle ABC and angle CBD. ABC is that big outer angle, and a CBD is one of the smaller angles. So now I'm going to take that picture that I already drew, I'm going to drag it down here so I can see it better, and I'm going to go ahead and label my picture. Very important. Draw your picture, mark your picture, label your picture. ABD is 4x minus 15. And angle CBD is 2x plus 20. And that's all I know. I haven't given you any numbers. But because I know those two angles are congruent, they're marked the same, they are the same, I can set them equal to each other. So I'm going to say angle ABD equals angle CBD. Then I'm going to plug in the expressions I have. 4x minus 15 equals 2x plus 20. And now all I'm doing from here on out is solving the algebra equation. Geometry is done. Subtract 2x from both sides. I get 2x minus 15 equals 20. Add 15 to both sides. 2x equals 35. And then divide by 2. X equals 17.5. It's a decimal. It's okay. We can handle decimals. We don't always have pretty whole numbers. So there's x. Now I'm going to plug in, I need to find ABC, and I need to find CBD. I'm going to do CBD first because I have an expression for it. So angle CBD equals 2x plus 20. So that's 2 times 17.5 plus 20. I'd have a 30 plus 20, that's a 55. So I've got x and I've got CBD. Now for ABC, I have a choice. I know that both my angles are the same, so I can just say that ABD is also 55 degrees, and then ABC has to be 55 plus 55, so that's 110 degrees. So I can just say this, angle ABC equals 55 plus 55, and I get 110 degrees. That's probably the easiest way to go about it, or I can add the expressions together and then plug in. Either way is fine with me. And that is it for today's lesson. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.